watching this from Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting my reaction from the minute and 20-second mark in 1, 0, go. Alright. Naturally pumped to see how is the. Oh! I'm assuming that's going to be one of his older brothers, because. Or yeah, someone entirely different too. Now, this chick looks like a badass. Can't wait to see her point of view. And I'm going to assume that either that woman or the man is going to join the group of Azel's team. Only because I don't think they'd just be showing off someone randomly for no reason. And even her character design is pretty well defined for the most part. And I kind of like how in these sequences we're seeing her survival skills. And now, at least for the most part, she can fend for herself. The only question is, why would she be? Seems like she might actually be trying to track something. Oh yeah. That's a good point. I mean, it's on the twins for not listening to them. At the same time, I understand the perspective too, because and the twins being involved, it'll actually put in less responsibility on Azel's shoulders. Yeah, he won't get to utilize the ball that he kind of wanted to utilize. But, well, I mean, what can you really do in situations like this? You might as well. Jeez! I don't like how this. Panther's like always hardcore and always in a bad mood. That's true, and just in the. And plus, in the high reflex, it did show two people utilize the ball. So who knows, even if the silver got on the ball, who knows it would have even bonded to him. All things considered. Oh, snap. Well, let's hope that woman is in trouble, although, hey, who knows? Hmm? Yeah, it's. Even though it's hearing nothing. Oh. Unless it's caused by some deity or something, or something close to it. Or even some kind of, like, creature. I mean. What the? What in the world? Damn, how many swear words are. Not that I don't mind them saying that swear words, but how many times are going to use the word fuck? Makes sense. I mean, if they can barely take on the smaller enemies, I doubt they're going to be able to take the bigger ones, at least at this point in time. The whisperings of the twins are so-so. I would have expected at the very least a bit more sadness in their voice. The way they're talking, it sounded a little bit too casual, but and when he says like great idea, sounds like he has not enough excitement, even though in the animation you can tell they were completely excited. I mean, at least he's being honest. I'll give him credit for that. And even kind of suck for our kid and fellow just being stuck essentially essentially babysitting kids. I'll hope there comes a day where Zell and the twins can step it up, though. Because as fucked up as it sounds, they're not going to be able to act their age for much longer, except for maybe a few situations here and there. And, jeez! Is that really going to do anything? I mean, it's good to see her try, though. Oh, it actually pushed back its ball. That is a good point. Hmm. I mean, she kind of attacked first. Well, I wouldn't say attacked, but she kind of startled them. I'm actually surprised. What type of it is that? And dang, how long did it take me to even get that? Like a fucking second? Yo, Jackpot and Buddy, he's like, he can just do it all. But no, all jokes aside though, even if people know that he's just trying to close the gates to the underworld, it's not like it's gonna be a deterrent towards him. Only because most people in that world, I think they'd be pretty fine with the gates being closed off. I don't think it'd lead to such a big a disadvantage. I actually like when it's like, come on, adventure awaits. I kind of like the little mix of sarcasm in his voice. That was actually a good voice performance. Oh. I mean, worst case scenario, if they have to run, he'll be there on the outskirts. They're just gonna have to fend for themselves temporarily. I mean, at the very least, if those twin brothers have the ball, though, that should, at the very least, increase their chances of survival exponentially. I mean, with the Zell, it's more of the process of building him up to be the champion of humanity. They just gotta be, well, I guess they can't be patient, but they just gotta be a little bit patient. Oh shit. I mean, he's gonna have to make do without the brothers now. Ooh. I mean, they did say to get the most unqualified champion, though. I mean, this is what the. Huh. Okay, at least he's not letting himself be pushed around. Hmm. trying to work with both sides. Probably. The hell? Okay, those things look creepy as hell. Oh. That's pretty messed up, though. But at the same time, I like how they show you the savagery of the gods in this series. At least that explains, from a mythology standpoint, where all the animals come from, then. I mean... Oh, snap. Wait, what? Okay, that's a pretty big mindfuck that I guess that explains why he was so aggressive against Cecile then. If he was a human, okay. That actually explains quite a bit why he has no tolerance for nonsense. Well, regardless, though, I hope he can at the very least get some of his empathy back, because even though, yes, he used to be a human, he still gotta consider the fact that Zell was kind of put into this. It's not like he chose this kind of lifestyle. Oh, hello, Animator Doji. And Zell's coming off of losing the only person who really valued and appreciated him in life. You know what I like about this? It ain't a physical trial. It ain't a physical trial, but it's a mental trial. And that I actually like. It gives the series a slight psychological flair to it. Oh. That's already that. Oh. I mean, that's right. His brother didn't break his leg or anything of that sort. Because who knows, he might have been knocked the hell out. Okay, I'm assuming that kid's probably, if he's like that. What the? Okay, I thought for a second kid was making some kind of like a devious smile. Oh. Okay, I thought for a second. He scared me for a second. I thought he was possessed by something. Eesh. Thankfully, the ball's falling to them, so it's just gonna come back. Damn it, he jinxed them all! Okay, that ball's actually pretty damn cool. At least this episode kind of showed you the emphasis as to why, one of the reasons why they should have gone on the ball, because if it wasn't for that, it'd have been dead. Absolutely and utterly dead and crushed. Or at least majorly, and no. I just hope for the sake of his, all he's got his bladed weapon. And for the twist, man. Whoa! I thought that the very result was going to be hostile and I didn't think that thing is going to have like some acid-like properties. Oh, I mean, I guess it makes sense. They're adapted to the environment. I mean, I guess that goes with the potential solution of them trying to push the creatures into the acidic water because considering how it's just I would just casually in the water like that as if it was nothing. That ain't gonna be a path to victory, bro. Oh, it's probably me. Yeah, yo, it's the badass chick. I mean, hey, if their lives are gonna be saved, they might as well go for it. They're not gonna have any luxuries of saying no to her offer. Okay, yo, that's just nasty. What? Okay, the twins. Okay. Oh, they might as well just try. Yeah, they might as well just try throwing the ball. Okay, that ball doesn't even have much offensive capabilities. uh, or no, maybe they should try attacking maybe one of its jointed areas. Oh, it's interesting how they're prioritizing killing his own. I guess probably because they sense that maybe he's under the influence of the gods. Well, not the gods, but because of his tainted blood. That's gotta be it. I mean, hey, if the idea fucking works, it cannot be called terrible anymore. Which, I hope it works. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna wreck Digimon for sure. Hopefully, AOT ends up being good. As for Devil Look Miku, Mamako ain't my waifu. It's Misato from Evangelion. Oh, okay. Alright, showtime for our beauty queen. I gotta admit, it's almost pretty brave though to actually utilize him like himself as a bait like that. He's actually slowly getting a little bit braver. Damn. I mean, I really might go with the badass chick. That has obviously lots of combat and survival experience instead of just sticking around. That's what I would do. Only because eventually they would run out of resources. Not like that much of a choice. Miss Sato is mature though. Yeah, she's like in her 20s. Yeah. From Evangelion? Looks like either his soul was drained or someone just drained all of his blood out. Not much Izo could have done though. But it, but that's a good scene regardless though. It shows the Izo feeling sympathy for other people. Because that's a personality trait he has, but his twin brothers don't have that type of sweet and endearing empathy. So, this episode's doing a really good job of making Izo much more likable actually. Because he showed off bravery, his guts, and thinking of a plan to have this object slamming down near him at the potential cost of his life. Hmm. Unless they can use the ball to move it. Or what, his blade? Okay, he's gotta stop calling his ideas terrible. If you, oh, his ideas have been pretty damn fucking good. I don't think he should. It's justified in him. Oh, hey, that works. And I actually like how it makes no sense when you see like the creatures coming out while they're closing the gate. That's gives it a nice cinematic flair, like in those movies where something's about to blow up, and then the characters either disarm the bomb or they there. Look at the place like, yeah, all excited. Woo. Let's hope the creature. Hey, y'all. Yeah, the live stream's back. That's so weird. As for why the mic is muffled, I guess it just depends on the volume mics. Depending on who's watching it, the volume might work out well, it might not. Usually, I just put it out on max volume. All right, does it work again, Animated Doji? The live stream? Yeah, and this is weird. This hasn't really happened in like almost 2 weeks actually. I guess that's the only slight downside of a live stream reaction, where you never know when things are gonna cut off. Because for the most part, it has been working perfectly for a week. But thank you for that up, Animated Doji. All right, just to play it safe, I'm gonna start the reaction from the 21-minute and 30-second mark. Because I'm looking at my timer. Apparently, let's see. Yeah, cut off around that mark. So I'll be starting my reaction from that point in 3. Oh, and before I go, let me just answer everyone's questions before I start again. As for why my mic's so muffled, that's weird because when I listen to my own audio on my laptop, it's clear. So it could just be the device. Because my device, when I listen to my videos, I just use it at like a max volume. But I guess it just depends on the speakers you're using. But, and as for Devil Luke, I remember Misato from Young Justice Evangelion is like in her late 20s, so she qualifies as a mature waifu. But yeah, she's definitely in my list. But anyways, now that I've answered those questions, I'm going to start my reaction from the 21-minute and 30-second mark in 1, 0, go. Actually, I'm going to love how they handle the sequence here because, for one, aside from giving Azelle much more feats, considering that he resolved the situation utilizing his intelligence with the rope, I feel like they did it in just like the nick of time, too. And it's also showing how he's able to work together with multiple people at the drop of a hat, too. I think that actually makes him a bit more badass. Fuck, yeah, our boy did it! Damn, you would think he would send a... Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, Metal, he has to keep his promises, dude. Jeez. Hopefully, it's where she wants to go so that everyone can get what they want, you know? Yeah. That's a good point, actually. They'd have been dead without Izelle there. And he's a bit... I mean, she probably injured herself. Either that, Or maybe she's got some kind of weird ass medical condition. That's gonna be my guess. Well, who knows? Maybe she's not even fully human. Oh snap! Wait, what? What the fuck? No, I can't just end like that. I would have got the bat. Okay, I gotta admit, that was a nice little twist there. But that does actually explain quite a lot. For one, it explains why some of the shots in this episode you saw kind of like when there was something staring at Azelle, there was like a blue like point of view vision. So that probably explains that that hunter chick, well, that chick was looking at Azelle, and I guess in a way, you could say those are small snippets foreshadowing, showing us that she wasn't necessarily fully human. And plus, she does have a lot of knowledge too, sir. There is that. Now, here's what I really loved about this episode. The twins, they were alright, for the most part. But the one that really shocked me was Azelle, though. To think that he would be able to make concoctive plans to take down a scorpion creature by using himself as bait while the chick just makes the falling trap. And then afterwards, he would have a badass plan of closing the gate by having one of the twins utilize the rope. That was absolutely cool and badass, and this is what I like to see, where he makes up for his lack of strength, utilizing his intelligence, his smarts. And this is what I love to see in series like this. You're actually seeing him gain some character development, and you're even seeing the woman, she's trying to build up his self-confidence, saying that, nah, he's much more effective than he's actually being told, and that's something I really, really love about this episode specifically. It's making him so dang cool. Hell, and I also gotta give credit. I know in some of the few episodes I mentioned that Azelle's actress hasn't been doing a good job. She got better this episode. She actually made a performance that was like, you know what? All right, this ain't bad. This ain't bad one bit. You can tell she's becoming much more comfortable in the role. She sounds more confident. She sounds legitimately distressed. Just provided that she isn't forced to make Azelle cry, it works. So that's another thing that really stood out for me in episode 4. Just amazing improvement there, and that's what made this episode more emotionally powerful. Aside from that, I do like how with Bell he starts to question things regarding the god he's serving by talking to another god and summoning him. That was some nice character building for him. And especially the fact that we got characterization of finding out that he used to be a human. That was a shocker. As for the twins, not much I can say about them from characterization or character alone. They were pretty much the same way. They joke around, they're sarcastic, they complain, and then they joke around, they're sarcastic, and they complain at episode 3. Really didn't see much growth from the twins, but you know what? I'm not going to knock it too much for that. Because, like I said, it made up for it with the Zell and the badass hunter chick. And they really carried the episode for me. From a story standpoint, it was great. We made some plot progression. They closed the gate. They got to get more experience in utilizing the ball. And they found out the next location for the next gate. So this episode isn't wasting time one bit. And I do like how from a narrative standpoint they're showing them limitations. How there's some enemies that they cannot take on yet. And that scene where the twins, the city was destroyed, it was intense. I just wish though that I would have heard more emotion from the actors of the twins though, because when their city was destroyed, I just felt it was a bit too casual. Like when the city was destroyed, I expected some tears or some shock or something, but when it was destroyed, it sounded like, in comparison, it sounded like someone losing $10 in a slot machine, being like, "Oh no, I lost $10 in a slot machine. Oh well." That's what the twins sounded like. And I'm like, I liked a little bit of emotion from my liking there, but overall, everything else was well done from a character and story standpoint. Animation and artwork, you can tell the production was strained because there was speed lines. It's definitely not on the Crunchyroll Originals animation level of, say, Gata High School, which is like the super high tier Crunchyroll Originals production level, or even some of the original productions that Netflix has, like Blood of Zeus, which is a visual marvel. But it wasn't super awful either. At least they didn't use abundantly terrible still shots in for that. The animation style did a passable job with some nice sequences here and there. Artwork for the most part was on model. Voice performances, so-so. Those actors did a good job. Twins could have done better. But overall, it was a pretty even production. Thought, and I thought this episode, due to that, was 8.5 out of 10 caliber. I actually really liked it. But anyways, right before I go, I'd like to say thank you to Devil Luke and Miku for commenting on the live chat. Jimmy, your juicer, thank you so much for commenting. And Animated Doji, thank y'all so much. And also, if you can catch up too with Attack on Titan Season 4. And for everyone else, thank you all so much for watching my reaction. Hope you have a great, safe, and fantastic day. And hope y'all have a fantastic weekend wherever y'all are. Bye-bye.